Today, here I am in front of you, and I will be, in fact, talking to you about the dream career. When I talk about the dream career, I remember the days when I used to dream of doing my own MBA. Probably I was in my UG when I started seriously thinking what I should be doing in my post graduation. So I can understand all prospective aspirants or students who really would like to take up management as your area and would like to pursue your post graduation. This webinar may help you in selecting the right career path which you will be able to seriously think and seriously take it up, and also you will work towards it. When I talk about MBA or a management program, it is very much important for each one of us to understand. All of us go through several stages in our life, and every stage is very, very important. Every milestone is very, very important. And as we all know that when we say milestones, any milestone to be achieved, a lot of efforts has to be put in, and determination is very, very important, and it also involves lot of hard work. When we talk about dreams and dreams translating into actual thing, we need to also emphasize and understand that clear decision making is very, very important. Today, this webinar would emphasize more on management education, because we all know about the MBA program. We all know about what the MBA program actually offers to students. But today, I would like to throw light upon the management education. What should be the focus of management education? What is the scenario today prevailing in management education with special reference to India? What should be the focus areas, and what are the career opportunities available to a management graduate is something that I would like to emphasize in this next half an hour. So when I talk about the management education in India, I must tell you there has been lot of changes that we have seen in the past few years. Today, if you see, the enrollments in the MBA program or in the PGDM programs have increased from 2011, 12 till date. Now, if you ask me, is this MBA program something that has seen or got its importance only from 2011? I would say no. If you go back and if you think about the mythology or India, in fact, we can talk about even the Bhagavad Gita, it could be our Ramayana or it could be our Mahabharata. Here, lot of management lessons and management thoughts we do learn from it. And also, when I say enrollments in MBA program, today this program is looked as a premium program of any university or an institution. Globally, approximately, there are around 13,000 B schools, or what we call as MBA departments. In India alone, one third of them we do see. Quantitative growth is happening. Quantitative growth in management education we see, but that is not sufficient, because as we grow in terms of number, we also should see improvement in terms of quality. Today, what I am trying to emphasize is management education requires a real thought about quality. What quality are we giving to the management graduates? It could be in terms of curriculum delivery, it could be in terms of skills, it could be in terms of other resources that we give our students. So it is actually the holistic education that helps us to ensure quality in education. So to enhance this quality and to meet the global standards, sheer determination or effort is needed by the teacher as well as the learner, because teaching learning process is always a two-way process. So effort from the teacher, effort from the learner is important. Only then there can be improvement or enhancement in the quality. Only then we can see that our management education in India can reach the global standards or meet the global standards. That is what is important. Of course, as far as our curriculum is concerned, as far as the skills are concerned, we are really good at it. But how we can enhance it so that we meet the global standards and the competition that is prevailing in the global market, and how prepared are we for it is something that we need to think about. Today, in this fast, disruptive digital economy, that is the VUCA world that we call as volatile, uncertain, complex, and ambiguous. So when we are all, when the world is revolving and we are all going through such disruptions, high quality of management education is really, really essential today in India. I always think as a teacher, education should be holistic in nature. Education should always focus on quality. Education should always see to that it makes a person complete as an individual. For me, if I have to conclude in one sentence about what management education in India should focus on, I would say all management graduates first should know about themselves. Know yourself, that is first important. Know the environment around you, and also learn to foresee the future. These three things are very, very important for any management graduate. So knowing yourself, knowing your strengths, knowing your weaknesses is important. Knowing the environment around you is important. Along with that, you should also be capable of foreseeing the future, which as a management graduate will help you in a bigger way. So as we move on, the focus today should be, the focus of management education should be today on several important aspects. Few of them I have listed over here. Firstly, the curriculum should be the most important aspect. How this curriculum is designed and developed plays a very vital role. This is like a very important ingredient that is given to a student. So I always tell all nutritional components should be there in the curriculum. If this nutritional value is not added in the curriculum, then you will find the malnutrition or the students not having any kind of, you can say, knowledge as far as the domain is concerned. So curriculum designing has to be a very conscious process. It should be designed keeping the industry requirements into consideration. You should also be able to foresee the future and the changes that would happen in the future. Accordingly, this curriculum has to be designed, and this curriculum should not only meet the national needs, but also should meet the international needs. Only then we will be able to cater to the global market as well. The management education today should also focus or emphasize on knowledge creation. Education is always sadly mistaken. Our focus always lies on only delivering the curriculum to the student. Of course, this delivery is done in a very fashionable manner and different pedagogy is followed, different delivery process is followed. But ultimately, what is the knowledge value that is created? That is very important. We have to emphasize on that. We are only preparing students for examination or facing the assessments, which is not sufficient. Any management graduate, especially at the postgraduate level, should understand one important thing, that is knowledge is something that is important. I should, in fact, aim to gain knowledge, and I should not only aim for the degree that is MBA. Along with gaining knowledge, you should also try to enhance your skills, which is very, very important. Skill component is something that is forgotten. And I would say these skill sets vary from one domain to another domain. For example, for a management student, skill sets like maybe knowledge of Excel, advanced Excel is very important. Business simulation, business modeling is very important. Analytics is important. So try to enhance your skill set through the certificate courses offered. Nextly, you should also emphasize on leadership development. Ultimately, any management program should create leaders. Everybody cannot become leaders. I would here give a different definition for leadership. Leadership is if you are able to take responsibility of yourself, if you are able to take initiative, if you are able to speak up, you're able to present, you're able to put forth your thoughts and views, then you are a leader by yourself. So leadership does not require any designation. It does not require any role or responsibilities to be formally given to you. Leadership is something that has to be, in fact, you have to understand, you have to explore, and you have to excel in it. Equip students to work across time zones, languages, and culture. This is very important. Today, we are working in an environment which expects us to work across the time zones. Different languages we need to understand. We should be able to, in fact, communicate, as well as we should be able to adapt and adjust ourselves to the multicultural environment, which is important as a management graduate. Personality development. Of course, management studies or management education emphasizes on various personality theories. We study a lot of this in the Freudian theory. We study about this in organizational behavior. Personality development cannot be only thought. Personality has to be something that we need to groom ourselves. Certain things we learn from the environment, certain things we learn from the education that we formally get, and certain things that we, in fact, get inspired from somebody and learn as well. Personality development is very, very important if you have to survive today in this particular scenario that is in this competitive world. Promote entrepreneurial thinking. Today, most of them, after an MBA program, after 2 years, they just look out for placements. It is good, nothing wrong in it, but I would say try to, in fact, think differently. You will have several ideas, several thoughts. All ideas may not be converted into a product, but all ideas are worth to be, in fact, converted into an idea. So throw light on it, give a thought on it, and also try to, in fact, develop the skills, entrepreneurial skills and abilities that you have, and try to become an entrepreneur, which is the very purpose of management education, is to create entrepreneurs and not the job seekers. Innovative thinking is very, very important. When we talk about innovative thinking, thinking differently, thinking in a very unique way, and doing things in an innovative manner is something that is important for a management student. How you can differentiate yourself from others is only through your thoughts, is only through how you can do things differently which others have not thought about, is something that a management student has to do. Critical thinking, analysis, and problem solving. Of course, I will be again highlighting on this aspect, because when I come to the aspect of projects, of course, all management students or any management education talks about projects and internships. When we say projects, what kind of projects or internships should be taken? In what way it would benefit the organizations or the companies is nothing but take up the problems that is prevailing in the organizations. Not only taking up the problems, critically analyzing, thinking, and coming out with solutions that will be useful for the industry or for the companies will help them in giving you the projects. In this way, you will be able to learn something and you will be able to excel. So this is what the management education should give you. Working in teams is important because we learn a lot when we work in a group, and teamwork and taking social responsibility and working ethically is something that I would say is a standard that every management student should adopt and also follow in their life, whether it is personally or professionally. I always say taking responsibility of self and also having concern towards society is very, very important. Ultimately, education will help in nation building. It should help in nation building only if we take up socially responsible projects, if we take up social initiatives which is useful for the society, and in all aspects, if we ethically work, I'm sure nation building is something that is possible, and all our dreams personally also will come true, and as a nation also we will see a better India as well. Now, the career prospects for an MBA graduate. Lot of time when undergraduate students come to us and say that we would like to do our MBA, lot of dreams they have, and they come to us and tell us that I would like to become a business analyst, I would like to become a financial analyst, I would want to become a CEO or a CFO or hold key positions in an organization. So there are a lot of opportunities available, but making ourselves competent for these positions is in our hands. So what are the wide range of job opportunities or career options available today to a management graduate is you can hold managerial and executive level positions in companies of high repute. The scope is huge, wide, and bright based on the domain areas. You can hold prominent or key positions in the organization, and most importantly, in the area of finance or in the area of marketing, HR, finance. Lot of opportunities are available today for a management graduate. You can become business development manager, wherein whether the company is new or old and is looking for growth and expansion, they would require business development managers, of course. Business analyst, wherein you will be able to gather data relating to the problems, analyzing those problems, and deriving the solutions. All this is possible if you take up opportunity as a business analyst. As a HR professional, you can also hold some key positions in the HR domain as well. As a financial analyst, maintaining or managing your clients, managing the business relationship, handling the finances is something which is very, very critical as well as crucial, but it is one of the important position that an MBA graduate can hold. As a marketing manager, you could be involved in advertising, branding, promotion, PR are some of the areas wherein you can work. And as a sales manager, you can also pitch in and you can also identify the various areas wherein you can increase the demand, increase the sales, and identify the market share, market position for the products and services that the company offers. So there are wide opportunities available, but making yourself competent for these positions is something in your hands as well. As we also move further, in MBA, the scenario is going to be completely different. It is not like your undergraduate programs, because in undergraduate programs, the maturity level of students are totally different. So, of course, students depend or their dependency on the faculty or dependency on the learning resources or materials is different. But when it comes to post graduation, the pedagogy plays a very, very important role. Here, the students are matured. Students should learn to, in fact, self-learn. When we say self-learning, there are different ways of learning. You can learn through the MOOCs courses. You can learn through the case study method. Experiential learning methods we do follow. Real-time insights are given by teachers. We also adopt, that is ICT, in our teaching. Business models are discussed in the management program. Leadership building, self-learning tools, and also case debates are some of the pedagogy that you will in fact experience in your MBA program. So the classroom environment is going to be very, very interactive, wherein the teacher and the learner are going to interact, discuss, argue, and also throw light on many real-time scenarios or situations that is prevailing. That will help you to learn better and also experience the real situation as well. As I would now come to the School of Management Studies at REVA University, the academic programs that we offer at School of Management Studies, REVA University, always focuses on reducing the gap between industry and academia. Now, when we say reducing the gap, how is it possible? I already told you that the curriculum designing and development is done based on understanding the need of the industry, what the industry expects, and what is that they expect from a management graduate. How can we prepare the graduate so that he is industry ready, and how this gap can be reduced? Most of the time we see that students are not prepared to take up positions in the industry because there is a gap between what is delivered in the classrooms and what is expected in the industry and what role they have to play. So if this gap has to be reduced, then we need to really on the curriculum designing. So at REVA University, I'm proud to tell you that we have a strong board of studies wherein we have eminent academicians, industry experts who give us inputs and enable us to prepare the curriculum which prepares our students who are ready to take up the key roles in the industries. The program also enriches the students with in-depth knowledge in the domain areas and also enables to take that is roles in national and multinational organizations to face the global challenges arising therefrom is also something that we prepare students at REVA University. Imparting knowledge is one part that any academic program would do. But along with that, we also should emphasize on holistically, in fact, making a student a complete individual. When I say holistic education, along with academic program, emphasis should be on that is skills. You should also throw light on the projects and internships. Self-learning components are important. Along with that, giving them exposure is important. Then also you should encourage students to take part in co-curricular and extracurricular activities. Through this, we can ensure holistic education to students. Students also need to be groomed. So this grooming is very, very important. And this grooming happens through, that is, we have trainers who prepare our students with soft skills training, aptitude training, personality grooming is done for the postgraduate students. We do also organize workshops in the domain areas. We also have workshops which relate to personality development as well. These are some of the initiatives that we take at the School of Management Studies, REVA University. Now coming to the academic offerings and the USPs of our program, the curriculum is contemporary in nature and we have hard course, soft course, foundation core papers. We also have open elective, RULO component. RULO is nothing but REVA unique learning offerings, and we also have wide range of electives or what we call as specializations. We offer specializations in finance, HR, international business, operations research, banking and insurance are some of the areas wherein we are offering specialization to our students. We also, in fact, offer specialization in logistics and supply chain management as well. The technology enabled teaching learning process is adapted at REVA University. We have summer internship. If I have to talk about the internship program that we offer, we literally ask our students to go out and work in an organization, and we don't want them to submit any kind of reports, but we want them to come back and tell us what was their learning experiences, what were the strengths that they identified, what challenges they faced, and were they capable of identifying their own weaknesses, and what were the opportunities that was available for them to grow, learn. So these are some of the things we expect from our students rather than a very formal report preparation or writing a small report about the internship that they have done. We want them to share their experience through this internship program that they take up. So major project is taken by students in their area of specialization, and major project, when we say, it is usually in the area of specialization, and we offer dual specialization in MBA program. So either they can take finance and HR or finance and marketing. The specializations I told you already: finance, HR, marketing, logistics and supply chain management, entrepreneurship, international business, and also banking and insurance are few specializing areas that we offer at REVA University. We also have a strong mentoring system which is in place. As we all know that emotionally being strong, physically being strong, and also academically we need to be strong. So we always feel that this mentoring system should strengthen, motivate, and increase the morale of our students. So therefore, we have the mentoring process in place wherein each mentor is allotted few mentees, and they are in regular touch with their mentees, and they emotionally, academically, and in all possible ways support their mentees to grow and develop. Placement related training is also offered to our students, and we have the Career Development Center CDC at REVA University, which not only prepares and grooms our students, but also, I must tell you, we have several companies coming to our campus, especially for the MBA students, and all eligible students are placed and they have got several offers in very, very good companies. This is how your dream can come true. We also have compulsory certification program every semester, what we call as the skill development course. So this skill development course, through which you can in fact get an additional certificate as well, is offered, and it is a part of your curriculum. We also offer the MOOCs courses to our MBA student, which will help them to take up the online courses, and which is called as the self-learning component. We have industrial visits every semester, international exposure trips where students are taken to various places, universities, where they undergo a capsule training, which is certified by those universities. In the past, we have taken students to Malaysia, Singapore, and Dubai as well. And this year, we intend to go to Hong Kong if the situation becomes better due to this COVID-19. We also have access to e-resources. So library has several e-resources component as well, and students can avail these facilities also. E-books, e-resources, e-journals, and e-cases are available for MBA students. And a tab-based examination we follow. We do not have any paper and pen examination. So we, in fact, equip our students technologically through this tab-based examination. If interested students would like to take up any foreign language courses, we do offer an additional foreign language certificate course as an add-on. And exposure is also given to students through the language labs as well. We have a very well equipped language lab as well. I was talking about the skill enhancement and holistic education. Now, as a management student, what are the skill sets that are required? So every semester, we have identified one course, that is the skill development course, which is certified. And for this, we are tied up with our training partners who in fact train our students and give them the hands-on experience and training as well. For example, we have business analytics, advanced Excel, then business modeling, simulation. So such kind of skill development courses are offered to the students, and they also get an additional certificate for these courses. And this forms a part of their tuition fee. They need not pay anything in addition to go through this skill development courses. So I was telling holistic education is needed because some of them are maybe academically very bright. So academic plays a vital role for them. Some are very good in sports, some are good in literary events and activities, and some are good with cultural activities. I must tell you that our MBA students at REVA University are very, very talented. And all these pictures that you see on your screen are nothing but their involvement in sports, their involvement in literary activities, their involvement in cultural activities, the clubs, the forum, as well as we also have the magazine, that is the e-magazine of the school, which we call as Faces, which is totally prepared by the students. You will find articles written by the students, the experiences shared by the students as well. So we always make sure that our students are academically strong, as well as they are also strong in all extra and co-curricular activities. We also encourage them to, in fact, participate in inter-college competitions, inter-university competitions as well, whether it is sports, cultural activities, or fests, or it could be even paper presentations. That is, I'm talking about research. Our students very actively involved in all these presentations or activities, and they have won lot of awards in the past. Most important thing which each one of you would be interested to know is the placements. I already told you that placement is a very, very important thing that each one of you would ask when you take admission for an MBA program. So when we talk about placement, it is also important to know that we need to make ourselves eligible. You need to have good CGPA, you need to groom yourself, you need to even have proper communication skills. So for all this, we prepare our students. The Career Development Center at REVA University is very strong. They take responsibility of training our students, whether it is training them, giving them the aptitude training, soft skills training, or conducting workshops, training, mock tests, mock interviews, preparing a resume, and people from industry also interact and in fact give them the ideas as to how they can make themselves better. So all these initiatives are taken by the CDC at REVA University. The placements for MBA students are really very satisfying and gratifying, and the median salary ranges between 3.5 to 5.5 lakh per annum. The highest salary is 21 lakhs per annum, and in the last year, around 60 plus companies have visited the campus for campus selection. So few companies, prominent companies, has been listed on your screen, and let me tell you that all our students who are eligible and who were competent have been placed with good offers in the above companies. Coming to the ranking and accreditation, this is an important aspect because this is what gives us the identity and recognition and tells us where we stand. I must tell you that rankings and accreditations in the last few years, we have